give you a look at my axe here. It's Hultafors, Sweetie's axe, Hultafors. I just use it to limb a spruce tree once in a while or something there along the path, or split some firewood in the winter time. So I just kind of keep it along with me when I do some hiking in the woods. A bit of moose through here a few weeks ago. It's not fresh. It's on the same trail that I was walking there just a few seconds ago. Same trail, just on through here that I cleaned out this morning. Just walk ahead to scale. A little butternut I had forgotten I'd put a seed in the ground here. Oh, I don't know, must have been 3 or 4 years ago. This is another old trail here, which is actually a road that goes this way. And I just brushed that out this morning to keep it open, because I got my trail here now, a new one going down in through here this way. It's going to circle around and come back around here. So this is the beginning of a new stretch I just opened up. But this is a new laneway down to the where I got some more mature fir that needs to be taken care of. This is that older section I talked about I wanted to thin out for firewood. And I'll just wander through here to give you some scale of the trees. Firs getting up there, handy to 70 feet now. A lot of them are 50 to 70 anyway. But seems to be thinned out again. I noticed some little firs are starting to come. Well, beyond there, beyond them big fir there, there's the blowdown of Arthur in 2014. A couple further that haven't arrived yet, but a lot of it's all gone to worms and soil by now. Some butternuts here that I planted just a seed. I think it was 10 years ago, just before Arthur. Here's one right here, this twig. It's over 6 feet now, just barely over 6 feet. One in here it's a little taller. This one here looks like it might have had a little bit of animal damage or no damage. Some rubbing on there, so it's been a moose rubbing on this tree. Another one of the butternuts I planted right here. Hard to see no leaves on it. So there's a typical bud on it. Hopefully they'll do alright in here. It's kind of moist ground. This is typically where the moose hang out. See all the scrapes on the red maples. I thinned this out a few years ago and the moose moved in and there wasn't a maple that didn't get a good scraping. Very well ruined the maples. Way down in there. This is pretty much what I call the moose woods. Give her a good going over. I'll go on down in there and show you where the moose was scraping this fall on the ground there. Kind of hard to see in this light. This is where the old moose was doing his scratching this fall in the rut. Wasn't here long by the looks of it. Not like what they typically do, because this could be all tore up if he's spending any amount of time here. Here's the old birch that's pretty well dead. The main trunk is rotten and full of conchs and bugs and everything else, but there you see that little branch off the side. That's still keeping life to the tree. It's kind of interesting how that old thing wants to stay alive. Here's a nice yellow birch. It's probably 10 inches. Growing up on a raised spot there. This is what I call my cedar ground. There's mostly just fence post size cedar in here. And I got a few old fallers scattered through it, like that one there. That one's probably 24 inches. Be old too, and a lot of them aren't that great a shape, but I kind of like to have them around anyway, just for being part of the woods. And there's still lots of crown on it that produce lots of seeds, but there's no need for more seed out in there because it's so thick with cedar. I thinned that once and you wouldn't know it, because it's hard to keep cedar thinned out. If you do it a little too early, then they'll have a branch that'll come back, but they didn't do too bad that way. But there was some little firs likely that weren't much of anything when I thinned it, and they're kind of coming through it, and little ash trees and stuff. But cedar takes a long time to grow, so you gotta kind of help it along. Another cedar here, a good sized one, but leaning them a little bit. I'd probably be leaning a bit too if it was 200 years. There's just a few of them big ones peppered through there, mostly just fence post size stuff. That was clear cut not too many years ago, well, 30 years ago I'd say, so that's a few years, but once in a while I come along onto a red oak that's the wildlife plant for me. That's the one with the greener leaves. The other bush there is just a hazelnut.